Hey guys, welcome back to Lisa Study Guides. If you are new here, then hey, my name is Lisa and every week I release videos based on English. Do I do that? Yes, I do. I think I got confused for a second. So if you're studying VCE, then my advice will definitely be dedicated to you. So if you wanted to hit that subscribe button down below and also the bell bar to make sure that you will get notifications every time I release a video for you. So today I'm going to be talking about oral presentation ideas. Now every year whenever there's a new cohort, I always get asked, what are some oral presentation ideas I can do, Lisa? So I've just cut to the chase and I've done a little bit of hard work for you. It's cool, you don't have to thank me. The way for you to say thanks to me is to get that A+ inside the oral, okay? So I've compiled over 20 relevant and Australian topics for you guys so that you guys can go ahead and have a look at this list and pick the one that appeals to you most. What I'll do is I'll pop it up in a card above and also in the description box just down below. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there, not to brag at all, but over my past 8 years of tutoring or however long it's been, every single student that I've tutored has always achieved A's in their oral presentation. And so if you want to figure out how you can get those A's, then I've done videos in the past which have been really helpful according to the comments. So again, I'll put them in the card and also down below so you can do a little bit of research so that you understand what to do before you actually go ahead and start on your oral. When I was in year 12, I hated speaking in front of class, but I knew that English was important. I knew that this was a SAC, so it was important for me to do well. And so I did what it took to make sure I could get that A+, and I did. So what I wanted to teach you today is show you how you can go about doing your research even before you start choosing your topic. So if there's a couple that you're trying to balance out and see which one will work better for you, then hopefully some of these tips will help you. These tips are also designed to help you with your research in preparation before you do your speech writing. So let's see what we've got. The first thing I would want you to do is make sure you don't just go for the easiest and most obvious answer. So for example, by the way, I'm just looking at my laptop where I've written down my list of topics. If you are doing the topic of war on ice, then the most obvious thing to kind of contend is don't do drugs. But we know that, we know you shouldn't be doing drugs. So don't make that your contention. Your contention needs to stretch on beyond that. Make it somewhat tweaked so that it's interesting and that you're actually bringing something new to the table. So for example, if you've done all your research and let's just say that the research shows that eradicating ice is just not going to be an option, then potentially what you could talk about is how it's not necessarily about eliminating the drug altogether, but it's a way of how can you minimize harm for the users. So that could be another angle you could look on the topic, which brings more of you into the topic rather than just something generic that anyone would say, like don't do drugs. The second thing is always acknowledge your opposition. So as you're doing your research, don't just look at evidence that supports your side, look at evidence that supports the other side, because this will help you firstly understand which side that you are going to take, which one resonates best with you, but it also means that you can form rebuttals against the opposition. So you can include those rebuttals within your essay or your oral presentation. Or let's just say if at the end of your speech, people are allowed to ask you questions. Now, this is the time when you gotta know your stuff. So let's just say if the topic is, should universities provide trigger warnings and safe places for students, your argument might be yes, but someone else's argument might be a no, and you need to know how to rebut that. The third one is I absolutely love going through the comments section of any newspaper opinion blog or just any blogs that are about the topic that you're writing on. The comment section is fantastic because this is real people offering their real opinions, and you're going to have lots of different people from all walks of life arguing on this same topic, which can be extremely insightful and eye-opening for you when you're writing an oral on this topic. My last tip is to try to make your topic a bit more of a niche. So some topics are really broad. For example, gender equality. You could talk about anything to do with gender equality. For example, gender equality is such a big topic that spans across so many different issues within itself. So instead, don't make it hard for you because it's going to be so hard to cover every single thing on this topic, especially when you've only got around 5 minutes, for example. Choose instead something like gender workplace diversity, or should political parties be required to run a certain percentage of women candidates? So both of these topics both fall under the umbrella of gender equality, but at least it's more specific so that you can spend your time become a specialist within these fields. So the topics that I mentioned to you guys as I showed you some of those tips have all been taken from my list of over 20 oral presentation ideas for 2018. So go ahead and check that out. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you liked what I had to say and you found it helpful. Pop any questions you have down below in the comment section, or let me know what you plan to do for this year's oral presentation. I will see you guys next time.